Life is tough. We all feel anxious sometimes. Your heart races, your palms sweat, you can't think straight. It's like a beast is lurking inside, ready to pounce. We've all been there. But what is anxiety really? Anxiety is your body's natural response to stress. It's a feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease. Imagine you're facing a dangerous animal. Your body goes into fight or flight mode. This is anxiety at its core. But sometimes this response gets triggered even when there's no real danger. Your brain misinterprets a stressful situation as a life or death threat. This is when anxiety becomes a problem. It can feel overwhelming and interfere with your life. Deep inside your brain lies a small, almond-shaped structure called the amygdala. This little guy is your brain's alarm system. It's constantly scanning for threats in your environment. When the amygdala senses danger, it sends out an SOS signal. This triggers the release of hormones like adrenaline and cortisol. These hormones prepare your body to fight, flee, or freeze. Your heart rate and breathing speed up, your muscles tense, you become hyper-alert. This response is essential for survival. It helps us react quickly in dangerous situations. But in modern life, we're not constantly facing down predators. Yet, our amygdala hasn't quite caught up. It still reacts to everyday stressors as if they were life-threatening. Anxiety isn't just about the amygdala, it's a complex interplay of brain regions and neurochemicals. Think of it as a cocktail with several ingredients. One key ingredient is cortisol, the stress hormone. When you're chronically stressed, your cortisol levels remain elevated. This can lead to a whole host of problems, including anxiety. Another important player is the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for rational thought and decision-making. In people with anxiety, the prefrontal cortex sometimes struggles to control the amygdala's fear response. It's like the rational part of your brain is trying to calm down the panicked amygdala, but it's not always successful. This can lead to anxious thoughts and feelings spiraling out of control. Section 4, Nature and Nurture, Unraveling the Roots of Anxiety. So what makes some people more prone to anxiety than others? The answer, like most things in life, is complex. It's a combination of genetics and environment. Some people are genetically predisposed to anxiety. They inherit genes that make them more sensitive to stress. Think of it like this. Imagine your brain has a worry dial. Some people inherit a dial that's set a little higher than others. But genes aren't the whole story. Our environment plays a huge role too. Traumatic experiences, chronic stress, and even our upbringing can influence our anxiety levels. If you grew up in a chaotic or unpredictable environment, you might be more likely to develop anxiety. It's like your brain learned to be on high alert all the time. Section 5. Taming the Beast. Practical strategies for managing anxiety. Living with anxiety can be challenging, but it's not a life sentence. There are things you can do to manage your anxiety and regain control of your life. It's about taming the beast within. One effective strategy is mindfulness. Mindfulness involves paying attention to the present moment without judgment. It's about observing your thoughts and feelings without getting swept away by them. Think of it as mental training. Regular mindfulness practice can help you become more aware of your anxiety triggers and develop healthier coping mechanisms. Exercise is another powerful tool for managing anxiety. Physical activity releases endorphins, which have mood-boosting effects. It's like giving your brain a dose of happy chemicals. Sleep is crucial too. When you're sleep-deprived, your anxiety is more likely to flare up. Finally, don't be afraid to talk about it. Talking to a therapist or counselor can provide you with valuable support and coping strategies. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. Millions of people struggle with anxiety. By understanding the science behind anxiety and implementing practical strategies, you can tame the beast within and live a fulfilling life.